Morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. I hope everybody's having a great day today. So, we are working on the Sunny Days baby blanket. Can everybody hear me over on TikTok? I know I can hear myself over on YouTube because I just heard myself talking to myself. It's always a fun day to start when you're talking to yourself. Can you guys hear me on TikTok? Hey, Amanda. Amanda said, I can hear you. Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for confirming. Happy Thursday, everybody. I can't believe it's already Thursday. Where has the week gone? Really amazing. Flying by here. I guess the bigger question is who's ready for some snow tomorrow? I guess we'll see if there's actually snow. I was watching my favorite weatherman, Ryan Hall, y'all. And he said we're expecting snow tomorrow here in Alabama. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And it looked like on the chart it could be as much as 7 inches, but we'll see. We'll just see about that. I have a sneaking suspicion we won't see nearly that amount of snow, but you never know. I think the most we've had here since we moved here in 2020 has been about maybe 1 inch of snow. And it melts really quick. But that's one of the reasons why we moved where we moved, because we didn't want to have, um, you know, have to deal with so much snow. I know a lot of you guys are dealing with a lot of snow up in the northeast there, and I think Colorado got a bunch of snow too, or they are going to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So today I am working on the Sunny Days baby blanket, and we worked on this project, oh, maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I can't remember. It's been a while. But we worked on the center of this blanket, and this is a very easy repeating pattern that I did. And I just sat down and started crocheting on this. And so it wasn't like I was really following a pattern, but you can see here we did crisscross double crochets. Then I did a half double slip stitch. Then I did a single crochet, another half double slip stitch, and then repeated back to the crisscross. Boy, my puppy dog's got a bunch of hair on this blanket. I'm gonna have to get my trusty lint roller out. I'm sure you guys all have the same issues with your pets. So, anyhow, if you are interested in how I made this, you can see a replay of when we did this over on my YouTube channel. And for those that don't know, I am live this morning on both platforms, TikTok and YouTube. And then what I did is I came through and I just started doing a little edging. Now, normally I do this edging with double crochets, but I thought it would be nice to maybe try it with some half doubles. So they were a little shorter. And I did not control the color on this at all. I just have been using um, the Lion brand. And I don't have the label. I've got a mess of a skein here. I had 3 skeins, and then I had this 4th one in my stash from years ago. And so anyhow, it's this poor skein has seen better days, but it's getting used up on this project. So anyhow, I just started this little edging here. And the way that I did this is I alternated front post and back post uh, half double crochet. So this here is a front post, and then this one here is a back post. So if you look at it from behind, it actually has texture on both sides. So it kind of makes this blanket a bit of a reversible project. But you can see here, I didn't control any of the color of the yellow. However it came out is what we went with. So what I'm working on today, this morning I just finished, I did a row of back post half doubles the whole way around. And that's what's giving it this line of texture here. And now what I'm doing is I'm coming along and I am working on these shells. So it's going to be kind of a scallop border. And I know it looks a little wonky now because you're probably thinking to yourself, well, why does she have all those space between the shells? But I'm going to crochet a few more of these shells, and then it's all going to make sense what I'm doing here. So the way that I'm doing the shells, because I'm coming back along and I'm adding on top of these shells more stitches, you have to have them kind of far apart. So after I finish the shell here, I skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and then into the third, I do a slip stitch. And then I do 3 more slip stitches. So what I'm trying to do is move myself along and keep this low profile. That way all of the focus is going to be on this beautiful scallop when I get it finished. So now I'm ready to start my next shell. And so what I'm going to do, I just did the slip stitch here. I'm going to skip 2 stitches, and into the third stitch here, I'm going to place a double crochet. And I'm going to do a total of 7 double crochets into this same stitch here. You are armed with deadly crochet hooks. Drop the crochet hook and back away slowly. No kidding, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good morning, everybody. If you're just hopping on, I'm going to be talking a lot about stitches today, so I'm probably going to miss some of the comments. I will forewarn you now. But please know, if you're a new follower, I'm not trying to overlook your comment or ignore you. This kind of happens some days when I'm talking a lot about stitches, but we'll take some breaks throughout, and of course, chit chat as well. So I've finished the 4 slip stitches now. So again, I'm going to skip 2, and into this next stitch, we're going to place 7 double crochets. Thank you for the gifts this morning. Hey, Gen X is here. Thank you so much, Tiger. I appreciate that. It's a fun blanket in the middle of winter when it's kind of a little gloomy out in some places around the U.S. Now I don't know how it is. We have people that watch from all over, not just in the United States, but here in the U.S. and for a lot of us, it's a little kind of winter gloom happening right now. So it's nice to have a little fun. Kind of bright yellow project, and that's a nice thing about doing yarn, right? You can pick all sorts of fun colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I've done 7 double crochets. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip 2, and into the third I'm going to place a slip stitch, and then I need 3 more slip stitches. Okay, and that helps move us along to where we're going to do the next shell. When you do these slip stitches, and by skipping 2, you can see it naturally pulls down these corners and allows for this fan shape to like naturally take place. The yarn today, Queen 530 says, I just ordered that yarn. While I'm getting ready for the next round here, guys, I wanted to show you all. If you are following my channel, you know this week we hit 10,000 followers, which I'm super, super excited about. And as a follower giveaway, to say thank you for all the support, I am giving away a blocking board. It's manufactured by Skillcraft. This is the base. I thought it had a little, I think it had feet on it at one time, but I think I didn't put the feet on or something. But this basically sits on your table. And then you have this 11-inch blocking board. Now it's hard to see on the screen here, full size, but you also have these little pins. So what you do is, if you have your granny squares, you put these pins in your board and you use this to block your squares. Okay. So if I wanted to block this, right, I would put my little pins in here and space them out. And then you give a little spray of water, and that helps to block your squares. Okay. So if you are interested in the blocking board, it is a free giveaway that I'm doing, and I'm not making any videos to announce this, guys. I'm just talking about it on my live, so you got to hear about it here. There is a video on my TikTok that says 10,000 followers, we've made it, thank you all so much for the support. This is what the back looks like. It has like a velvet on it. What you need to do is go on my TikTok to that video, like the video, comment on the video, and be following me. You do not have to be a subscriber, but you need to be following me. And then next week, we are going to pick a winner of this blocking board. It's the 11-inch size. It's by Skillcraft, and it sells for about $50 on Amazon. So be sure and do the things to get considered for the board giveaway. Okay. So there's that little bit of housekeeping, if you will. Okay, a lot of people yesterday, I was showing you all my new project for the county fair baby blanket. I finished the repeat. So the repeat for this starts right here, this V stitch, and I worked all the way to the edge. So this is where I'll be repeating over and over again. And so anyhow, a lot of people were asking about this yarn and the pattern that I'm using and lots of information. Everything has been added to the link tree. So if you're interested in buying this yarn, it is Fairyland Long Distance Cake Ball. There's links on my link tree. And this is going to be the project I'm doing for the county fair. Now, this is a hand wash yarn, no dry. Calls for a 2.5 millimeter to a 4 millimeter. I'm using a size G6, and I believe that's a 4 millimeter. But it's really beautiful yarn. So if you're interested in making this, the pattern that I'm doing is by Hooked on Sunshine, and the pattern creator's name is Vanessa Smith, and this pattern is called Whatchamacallit. And I'll never work on this on the live. This is a pay pattern. The gals looked yesterday, and it's $6 if you want the written pattern. They also have a video that's $6. Now, you guys know I do not read patterns, but I did purchase the video, and I really like the lady who does the video. She just has this nice English accent, and she's very relaxing. She gives me the confidence to do this. And she walks you through every single step of the way. So the way that it works basically is you make this center motif, and then you start working on these rows outward. And so anyhow, I'll be kind of showing you guys my progress as I go along, but this will be my baby blanket entry for the county fair this year. Okay. One last thing. We also have a January subscriber on TikTok, a subscriber giveaway. All of you subscribers, I updated the stickers today. There's lots of stickers. Caroline, no, I'm not controlling the color. I just started in the middle and I worked my way out. Now, when I start my next skein, I'm going to try to start with this color. So I will control it at the very edge when I am starting a new ball, but I did not. I just let it flow. Okay. Subscriber giveaway for January, which we will not do until the end of January, is the Scarfy Light Yarn. It's a pack of 3 yarn. This is a yarn by Lion Brand, and it is absolutely beautiful. The thing with the Scarfy yarn, it's rather pricey. So a pack of 3 retails for $30 on Amazon. I had to buy this for myself. It really called to me. It's really fuzzy, kind of fluffy yarn, if you can see that. It is, what did we just say? It's machine wash and machine wash gentle, lay flat to dry. Okay, so if you don't like this colorway, if you're the subscriber giveaway winner, you could choose a different color. They have different colors of this. But you know, 10 bucks a skein, a lot of us would not spend that amount of money on a skein of yarn. And so I thought it would be really kind of a fun subscriber giveaway for January. It is 349 yards, 43% acrylic, 41% polyester, 9% nylon, and 7% wool. Guys, it's really soft. It is absolutely beautiful. And I really love it. I'm excited to make a scarf. I thought I might make a matching hat. You guys know I'm not very good at hats, but I really want to try with this yarn to make something nice for myself to kind of wear, here if I go to town or something. So, anyhow, that's the subscriber giveaway for January. They say this yarn, the scarfy yarn, one skein, their kind of their claim to fame, if you will make a scarf. So it says 1 to 2 will make a scarf, one will make a hat. So that's why I think with the 3 pack, I'll be able to make myself a scarf and a hat. So again, if you are a subscriber giveaway, we'll do this later on in January, but that is the prize for January for being a subscriber. Now, in the meantime, I have lost my crochet hook, which is an absolute crisis. Here it is. Okay. So, welcome, everybody. Today we are doing the Sunny Days baby blanket, and I am working on these shell borders. Okay. And one of the things you're going to notice, I have these spaced very far apart. Today I'm going to be working 2 rows kind of at once, if you will. You guys have seen me do this before. So what I did is after I finished my little edging here, I did a back post half double crochet. Okay. Then I came back and I am doing these scallops, which are 7 double crochets. And then I'm doing 4 slip stitches in between. Okay. So I'm kind of giving myself some space in between here because I'm actually going to come back with the yellow color now and I'm going to go around these shells. In the corner, I did 7 double crochets in the corner on the sides. In the corner, I did 9 double crochets. Okay. So you need a couple more to move around. This will get tacked down when I come back around. Okay. So that'll be kind of our corner shell. And I'm going to actually start this here with this one, but I'm going to use my yellow yarn that I have. Now this, guys, I have not been controlling the colors on this blanket at all. This is Lion Brand in the colorway Lemon Meringue. This is their ice cream yarn. Okay. I don't have the label on. It kind of fell off. I don't know where I put it. Uh, sorry, Spawn, did you have a question? I may have missed it. Hey, Hannah, good morning. Thank you guys so much. Does it have wool in it? Which one were we talking about, Spawn? Which one were you looking at? This one here, the Fairyland, it has 60% cotton, 30% acrylic, 10% wool. And this blanket that I'm doing for the county fair, I will keep this forever, guys. I'm not going to gift it or anything. I know a lot of people with their baby blankets are particular about the fibers that they used, but I really love this colorway and I think it will be a nice entry for the county fair. So it'll be kind of one of those blankets that I just hang on to forever. But this Fairyland yarn is 60% cotton, 30% acrylic, and 10% wool. The subscriber giveaway yarn, the Scarfy yarn, which is this one, okay, the Scarfy. Boy, I'm really messing up this skein. It has 43% acrylic, 41% polyester, 9% nylon, and 7% wool. So anyhow, this is the subscriber giveaway yarn for January. You've got to be a sub, and we have quite a number of subs, and I appreciate all of my subscribers. That's why I try to do a monthly giveaway for y'all. In addition to updating all the stickers, I did a big sticker update last night for a bunch of winter stickers. So hopefully you guys like those little guys. They're pretty cute. I liked them. I was excited to get them updated for y'all. Okay, so with my yellow yarn now, I'm going to tie on here with a slip knot. And I'm going to start here. I'm going to do a single crochet here and just get myself kind of connected. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this space here of the little shell that we're doing. And oh, yeah, it's snowflakes. Shauna, aren't those little guys cute? The little icicles. It's 21 here today in Alabama, where I'm at. 21. I think it got a little lower overnight, but yeah, super, super chilly. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna start right here up one. Give me 1 second. I changed my mind. I changed my mind a lot. You guys will see that. Okay, I'm going to join with a single crochet here. And then I'm going to chain two. And that's going to be a double crochet. Then I'm going to chain, I believe I did one on these. Let's see how this works out. Then I'm going to move to this next space here and I'm going to do a double crochet. Okay, so I'm adding just a little ruffle here. Chain one, move to the next space, and again, double crochet. Chain one, move to the next space, double crochet, chain one, and then into the next space, double crochet, chain one, and then here I'm going to do a final double crochet. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work into these slip stitches that I did, and I'm going to slip stitch this and then move to the next one and do a slip stitch. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 slip stitches. Now I'm going to reach all the way over here into this space and I'm going to do a double crochet. And then we're going to see how this is kind of looking. Chain 1 into the next space here, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1 into the space, double crochet. So you can kind of see the repetition here as I move along this shell. And, I'm kind of making this up on the fly, guys. So we have to kind of check it out and see. Okay, now I'm going to go into this stitch here and I'm going to do a slip stitch. Into the next one, again, slip stitch. And I'm going to hold right there and let's see how this is shaping up. So there we have our little accent of yellow. And you can see it's kind of growing there. Okay, now what I need to do, I don't like how this is. I'm going to pull this back out, but guys, I'm like improvising here as we go along. Okay, so I might have to pull this out a few times, but I like how this is forming. I need to get this one kind of tacked down over here. But before I do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my white. The white is attached to my blanket. I'm just testing this out here. And what I'm going to do is make a slip stitch. My white is kind of knotted up. I've got a big old mess on my hands. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to add a third row of ruffle on this. So again, I'm just kind of experimenting here, but what I want to do is do a chain of 3 and then into this space, a single crochet, then another chain of 3 and into this space, single crochet, and again, chain of 3, and I'm just going to keep working this around so I can see if I like how this scallop is forming. And again, chain of 3, we'll put it there, and then we'll come here, and then chain of 3. Let's just see how this looks, if that's what we want to continue on with. Oops, I started to do a double crochet there. This is how April's brain comes up with this stuff. I know you guys think I'm a crazy person sometimes, but it's just a matter of experimenting and seeing if what I come up with is kind of what I want to use for the blanket and how it looks. So I'm hitting a lot of snags on this. Okay, so 3, tack that down, chain 3. Okay, let's just pause there so we can kind of see how these are looking. I like it. I mean, you have to kind of envision how it would be further out, right? I don't know if I like how this is overlapping here. So I'm going to modify this when I come back around and actually do this. I'm going to modify that a little bit. Um, but I think this is good. I think I like this. I think it looks nice. With the whole blanket, it looks pretty. I got to hold it back from my face sometimes. I get it's when I work these, it's very close to the camera, but yeah, I think I like this. Oh, good. Mrs. Jarvis is here from the FYP. Good morning, Mrs. Jarvis. I'm always excited when we hit the FYP, guys. Thank you so much. Um, you all with your snow and below 32 degrees is the reason I live in Arizona. Yeah, Joyce. I for some reasons I miss Arizona, but for other reasons I don't miss Arizona. So it's kind of a catch 22, I guess. Okay, I got to pull this out, but I'm gonna be working a couple rows at the same time here, guys. So basically, I'm going to do my slip stitch here. Now I'm going to reach here and do my double crochet. Yeah, that works good. Okay, then I'm going to chain one and move to the next space and do a double crochet. Chain one into the next space, double crochet, and then I'm just doing a chain one in between each one of these double crochets. That helps to get it kind of fanned out and spaced apart. If it's too tight, sometimes I'll have to do two double crochets in between, but let's see how this works. Okay, so here's where we did our slip stitches when we did our white shells. Okay, so now I skip all of this and I'm going to come right here to the second slip stitch and I'm going to do another slip stitch into the next stitch here, again, another slip stitch. Okay, so I'm keeping this kind of low profile. Then I'm going to skip all of this and into this space here. I'm not going on the top, but I'm going into the space. I'm going to do a double crochet, chain one, and into each space, I'm going to do a double crochet. Is this looking all right on YT? I've been so in my brain this morning for creating. I lose all track of everything. So Mobile, Alabama here. All right. I'm further north than you. I am in Rainsville. Rainsville, if you're not familiar with that town, is right outside Fort Payne. Fort Payne is on the main drag as you're headed up to Chattanooga. So we're about an hour south of Chattanooga. Maybe do a crisscross stitch there. Where are you talking about a crisscross? I don't know. I kind of like it like this. You're thinking a crisscross in here? Let's try it. Let's just see. How would I do a crisscross there? I'd have to reach back here. Is this what you mean? Gen X girl? Are you talking about a crisscross like this? Oops. Kind of looks cool. Let's try it. Y'all can help me invent patterns as we go. That looks really cool, actually. What do you guys think? Can we do a poll? Is Anvil or Gen X? Can you do a poll? Let's vote. Which one do we like better? I kind of like the crisscross. This is the crisscross, and here's just the double crochet. I kind of really like the crisscross there. I like that. Let's see. Sorry, let me catch up on these comments, guys. You're fast and furious today, and I'm falling behind. Uh, Caroline says, I like it. I like it too. Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Uh, Miss Jarvis is from Ohio. Well, they got a lot of snow in Ohio. You're probably glad to be down in Mobile. Leslie says, Springville, Alabama. Lots of folks here from Alabama this morning. Jenna says, I like the crisscross. Mean believe. Hey, good morning. Everybody's liking the crisscross. Leslie said, I like the crisscross. It'll give it more stability too. Duck's mom says, I like that. Okay, guys, up here. Uh, are you guys? Oh, maybe I think I may have missed the poll. Sorry. We loved a vacation in Scottsboro too. Was there last week. So Scottsboro is we're about 20 minutes from Scottsboro. So we're like in between Fort Payne and Scottsboro. So anyhow, it's let's see. Yeah, there's a couple Leslies. Everybody likes the crisscross. No problem, Gen X. We'll wait for the poll. We can catch up and do some chatting and stuff. And I'm trying to catch up with the comments here. uh, Bananas, North Carolina. DFW just started getting sleet. Yeah, I heard that Texas was possibly going to get snow today. I was watching my buddy Ryan Hall, y'all, my favorite. Technical difficulties with the poll. Please hold. No problem. So she's going to make us a little poll, guys. This is the crisscross, which I really am digging, or just the individual double crochet. So while she's doing that, let's do some chatting here on my end, okay? For those that don't know, if you're just finding me, this has been an incredibly exciting week this week because we hit 10,000 followers on TikTok. And I know some of y'all are watching me over on YT as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. For the as a way to say thank you to all of the new followers and all of the followers who have followed me this whole journey and supported my channel, I'm giving away a wood blocking board for blocking your granny squares. Okay, so this is the little base of it. It's from Skillcraft, and you have this board with these pins, and you put the pins in the blocking board, and you basically can stretch your granny square. So this can sit in your little base here, and this is a $50 value on um, Amazon. Okay. So if you want to be entered in the follower 10,000 celebration giveaway, what you need to do is go onto my page, the TikTok. Okay. This is not for YouTube, TikTok only. Look for that 10K celebration video. And when you see the 10K video, you'll need to like the video, make a comment, and you need to be following me. You do not need to be a subscriber. Deborah over on YouTube says I follow both on YT and TikTok. That is perfect. Thank you so much, Deborah. So on TikTok, like the video, comment on the video, and be following me on TikTok. And then we will use a comment picker and we'll pick a winner next week for this blocking board. It's really nice, guys. It's like I said, it's by Skillcraft. It has felt backer. Of course, I've got a lot of my pet hair on this. You guys know I got my puppy dog. But it's a really nice blocking board. Again, I don't have any sponsors or anything, guys. This is just my way of saying thank you for all of the support to get to 10,000. So I really appreciate everything. And a lot of you yesterday were asking, this is my county fair blanket for um, this year. Of course, the county fair is not until this fall, but I got to get started. So links for this are on the link tree. If you guys are interested in this pattern, I will never work on this on the live. This is a pay pattern by Hooked on Sunshine, Vanessa Smith, and it is just absolutely so much fun to do. I've made several of these. This pattern is called Whatchamacallit, and the yarn, I put links on the link tree as well. I got it off Amazon. This is called the Fairyland Long Distance Cake Ball. A lot of you guys were interested in this, but this yarn is just, it's fabulous. So it was pricey, guys. This is a like one-time thing. Okay, Gen X got the poll up here in the upper corner on TikTok. Take a minute, guys, and vote over here on the shells. You're voting, do you like the crisscross on the shells or do you like the single? And whichever it is, that's what we're going to do on this blanket. You guys decide. You decide 2020, 2025. Next thing you know, I'll be running for president. Deborah voted on YouTube for the crisscross. So anyhow, while y'all are voting, back to this is the Fairyland long distance cake ball, 60% cotton, 30% acrylic, 10% wool. It's very soft yarn, incredibly soft. Now, this yarn is hand wash and no dry. And that's one of the reasons why I won't like give it away for a baby blanket, because it does require extra care. So if you are going to do one, you would definitely need to um, make sure whoever the recipient of your blanket is, make sure they know the care instructions. Maybe you could, type something up or write something in a little card or something. All right. So that's the county fair. Everything is on the link tree. So let's see here. 18 seconds left of the poll, guys. Let's get your vote in while I'm just working on these shells and decide. This was a great suggestion by Gen X Girl. I really like it. So anyhow, crisscrosses or just a single double crochet. A single double crochet. That seems like that's a violation of crochet words, right? So anyhow, let's see. Okay, the results are in. 100% yes, crisscrosses. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to rip this out again. Get your little froggies ready, and let's do some crisscrosses here. And I'll figure this out as we go. So I skipped one here. Let's do a crisscross here. Now I'm going to come here to this next space and do a double crochet. Then I'm going to come back here and do a crisscross. Skip to the next space, double crochet. Now we're going to crisscross it back this way. I'm just kind of testing this out, guys, and then I'll kind of walk through how I'm doing this. But we're making this up as we go today. And it's always fun to do this. I swear one of these days I'm going to do a whole blanket this way where I just get on here and you guys vote what you want to do next and I crochet it up. I think that would be a lot of fun. Okay, so here we go. Last one. Let's see how this looks. And again, I've finished the last one here. I'm going to tack it down. So these are our slip stitches that we did of the row below. I'm going to, again, slip stitch right into this space, move to the next stitch and slip stitch. Okay, now let's look at our little shell. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at that. Do you love it? Is it focusing or is it all fuzzy? I can't tell if it's focusing. It likes to focus on my hand sometimes. It's so silly. So silly. I really love it. I love it. Gen X girl, you the bomb. You are amazing. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. Goodness, I hope it doesn't filter me. Okay, so let's continue on with this, guys. It changed the whole look. It did. It really did. I don't know how I'm going to do the little ruffle, but we'll figure that out next. Okay, so let's do some more of these. So we're going to do into this first space a double crochet. Did I do that way? No. I did this wrong. Hang on, rewind. Skip this one into the first one or this space here, a double crochet. Okay, then I came back here and I did another double crochet. So I crisscrossed them. Then I skip this one and go up to the next one and do a double crochet. I'm going to have to make a video on this so I remember what the heck I did, huh? Okay, now back into this space, I'm going to do my crisscross. So yarn over, go all the way through, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through two, and yarn over, pull through two. I saw somebody ask, do I have any beginner tutorials? I have a couple. They're not really like super beginner tutorials though. I have more like how to do a back post double crochet, front post double crochet. Um, I don't know that I'm the best teacher for that, but there are a lot of people that I would recommend over on YT for beginner tutorials. And they do it so well, I don't know that I would even attempt to do it. So let me ask our people that are watching here, beginner tutorials, guys, do you have a favorite person that you like to watch where you learned how to do very beginner basic stitches? Can you let us know in yeah, this was a suggestion by Gen X girl. Gen X girl gets a blue ribbon of the day. She's like on it. Look at that. So cool. I really like it. I really like it. So much fun, right? So let our new guys, let our new crocheters know who your favorite is to watch on YT, where you learned to crochet. Was it I think Hooked by Robin might have some. um Leah the crocheter helper on TikTok, said Amy. I you know it's been here's my struggle, guys. I have been crocheting for 40 years, so it's been a very long time since I learned to crochet. And so when I learned, there weren't all these people, there wasn't even internet or anything. So that's why I'm a little out of touch on who the best beginner friendly teachers are. I have some favorite people on YT that I like to watch, but they are doing more patterns and stuff. I love Mikey at the Crochet Crowd. He is fabulous. He's one of my favorites. But I don't know that he has any beginner tutorials. I really don't. Like how to make a single crochet, how to chain, how to, do all of that. Uh Sarah on YouTube says no favorite, but just learned how by searching YT and have lots of very detailed. It cut off. Deborah said Creative Grandma or the Crochet Crowd. Uh, Sarah also said, oops, it cut off. Brenda said Mikey, Bag a Day, Crochet, or Creative Grandma. Those are great people to follow. Deborah agrees. So those are some great people to look up if you want to look over on YT. Um, Bella Coca, I really like her. I really like Bella Coca. She's really. Patty says Mikey does have older videos that show beginner things. Okay, so there's another good one for you guys. Hey Donna, good morning. Let's see. Okay, so continuing on here with my shells. Thank you guys all for the follows. I see you all popping up here over on TikTok. For those that don't know, if you're new to my channel, my name is April, and I come on live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday mornings at 7 Central Time, and I crochet until 8:30. And then I get ready for work. I do work full time. So I am just kind of a hobby crocheter. Believe me, if I had my druthers, I would crochet all day. But, I got to pay for these skeins of yarn. I have this real yarn problem, and I know all of you guys can relate. So I do have a full time job that helps me support my crocheting habit, if you will. so. Um, let's see. It wasn't a person, but the brand Woobles, Wobbles. Are they Woobles or Wobbles? I don't know if it's Woo, like WOO, or Wobbles. Have tutorials. Right now, I don't even know what time it is. 7:40. So I've been crocheting for 40 minutes. Of course, I've been up since like 4:30 this morning. I've had my coffee, so I'm on fire today, guys. What can I say? I'm firing on all cylinders, as my husband likes to say. So, anyhow, yeah, It's a fun day, and if you're new to my channel here, it's not just me. We have a fabulous crowd of folks that chime in and give their 2 cents and help with new beginner crocheters and help answer questions. And so it's not just me; it's the whole group of everybody. And like I said, I'm so excited to have hit 10,000 followers this week. It's very humbling, and it's really cool. I started going live this past July, and so it's just been a very fun and rewarding experience for me as I have been crocheting here with all of you guys. So, yeah, it's a very exciting week for me. I will tell you all, you're going to want to tune in on Tuesday. Okay, Tuesday I am working on the Cherries Jubilee baby blanket. It's a new blanket I've got kind of going. It's a very easy pattern, but what you're going to want to tune in for is it is Bring a Friend to TikTok Day. Kind of like Bring Your Kid to Work Day. That's what April is having on Tuesday, aka Show and Tell. I don't want to give it away too much, but I will say that Mr. Wheeler and I are growing our family by one. I'm 49. It's not a child. I will tell you that, but it is a child for me. And we have known about this for a few weeks now. We've been waiting patiently. I've been waiting impatiently, but I'm going to bring my little new friend to work on Tuesday, or to my crochet work. So you guys all tune in. It might be an absolute cluster of a show. I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna just play it by ear and see how it goes. But I'm so incredibly excited. Saturday cannot get here fast enough. Like I said, I've been waiting for weeks, and I am just so incredibly excited. So of course I want to share with you all, my crochet friends, and yeah, I'm really excited, super excited. So anyhow, that's what I've got on Tuesday. It's a really fun pattern as well. The blanket that I'm doing, and it's really pretty. But it is a simpler pattern, and I don't have the rest of my schedule lined up for next week. I will get that figured out over the weekend. But I know I'm going to have more stuff coming next week for you all too, as we're working on our crocheting. But I am super duper excited about our little addition to our family. So anyhow, that's what's happening on Tuesday. But look at how beautiful these shells are, guys. I never would have thought to do this, Gen X girl. Has anybody else done them like this before with the crisscrosses, or is this like a whole new thing? Is this a whole new thing you just invented, Gen X girl, or have you seen this before? I would love to know. I would love to know. I'm definitely going to have to make a tutorial of this, not just for you all, but for myself, so I can remember what I did. I'm at that age now where it's like if I don't write it down or make a video, I won't know what I was doing. This is new for me, says Anvil. Donna, thank you so much. Yeah, this is a little baby blanket. If you missed the first part of this baby blanket, we worked on it on the live a couple weeks ago, guys. This is what the center looks like. It's crisscrossed double crochets, and I just went back and forth. And then this stitch here is a half double slip stitch, then a single crochet, another half double slip stitch, and then back to the crisscross. And I just repeated those 3 rows over and over again as I went up. And now I'm adding this border to it. Okay. And a lot of you guys have seen me do this border before. This border here, this part, is made by doing alternating front post and back post. I did a half double crochet. You all have seen me do this with a double crochet. But what is nice, this is your front post. This one here is the back post. So what it does is it puts the texture out the back side as well. So it makes it more of a double sided blanket. And this is what the back looks like. So it's a really nice pattern, but I'm really enjoying it, and I just love these shells. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish a couple more of these shells. You can see I'm kind of working in stages here. And I need to do some more testing with this because we're kind of developing these shells as we go along, if you will. I've not made these before with the crisscrosses. And what I want to do is come back and just see how it looks with adding another little edge of white to the shells. Again, I don't know, it might look dumb, we might not like it, but we're going to try it, and then we're going to vote and see if we like it, okay? So the way that I'm doing this yellow, when I get done with this crisscross, I do a slip stitch and then I do a second slip stitch, okay? So basically what I'm trying to do is I need to tack this down and get it to secured kind of in here. So you can see here's the slip stitch of the row below. So all I do is another slip stitch. Then I move to the next stitch here and do another slip stitch. So I'm trying to keep that low profile very flat. Then I skip all of this and into this next space here, not in the stitch, but right in between the stitches, I do a double crochet. Then I'm going to come back and pick up this one that we missed, and I'm going to get this little stitch in here. So again, double crochet, I yarn over, go through the space all the way through, grab up a loop, yarn over, pull through two, and yarn over, pull through two. So that was our first crisscross. Now I'm going to skip this one again and go into the next space here with a double crochet. Now I'm going to come back and pick up this little one that I missed and crisscross it. So again, put your hook all the way through, grab the loop, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two. So it is just a double crochet, but this is a crisscross. These are crisscrosses down here, the same thing. So that's why I really like this edging, really complements the shell that we're doing. So again, skip this one into this next one, double crochet, come back and do the crisscross double crochet. My yarn is tight in these skeins. Okay. And into the next double crochet, come back and do a crisscross on this one, skip over here, now crisscross back. You can see how that's forming. So again, crisscrosses are just double crochets, so don't be scared to do them. They're really not that hard. It's just a matter of how you place your stitches. Okay, so this is where I kind of ended this morning. I'm going to slip stitch here and tack this down. And then we're going to do some more experimenting. And then once I get that kind of figured out, then I'll carry on. So right now I'm just going to do a little slip stitch here. I'm going to take a stitch marker and tie this off. Okay, so there is our little shell. Okay. So now what I'm thinking is I want to come back with my white yarn. Let me find my white yarn here. Big mess. I've got a big mess of yarn here. And I'm just experimenting now. I'm going to tear, this will be torn back out because I'm not ready to do this. But what I was thinking is we could do a little ruffle on this and see how it looks. So I'm going to chain, let me chain two since I did that one there. No, let's do a chain three, see how it looks. Into the next one here, I'm going to do a single crochet. Chain three, single crochet. This might be too much, but let's just see how it looks. Chain three, single crochet. So I'm just doing a chain three and then I'm doing a single crochet to kind of tack it down. This is going to be a fancy blanket. Fancy, fancy. It might look better with a chain of two. We'll have to experiment here and see. But let's do this whole shell and kind of see how it looks before we make a decision. Got to get the full study, if you will, and see how it looks. I might do the next one with a chain of 2, and we can kind of side by side compare them, see how that looks. Okay, now when you are doing these little ruffle edges, that might be too much, but let's just see. What you have to do is you have to skip all of this and come over here to this stitch, because if you put stitches in here, it gets too it's too bulky and looks kind of stupid. So I'm going to try this one with a ruffle of only 2 chains, and let's see how that looks. And we'll have to decide what we're going to do, if we do any ruffle on it at all. We might not do any ruffle, but I kind of like the idea of a finished ruffle, so we'll see. We'll just see. This is an experiment. We're going to crochet on the go, on the fly. Oops, I split that. Get back here. Get back here. Is everybody sticking to their New Year's resolutions? Did y'all make New Year's resolutions? I finished one of mine already. It wasn't anything too exciting. It was exciting for me. Okay, let me flatten this out now, and let's see what we're working with here. Okay, so the first thing that I noticed, see how this is what I was talking about. See how this is folding in on itself? So what we would have to do if we want to keep that like that, what I like to do is I will eliminate all of this in here. So basically, as I'm looking at these stitches, if you start seeing this overlap and you don't like it with all this extra bulk, figure out where it's overlapping, right? And then assess. So see how there's this crisscross here, and then we start this one. Same thing here. We've got this crisscross. So basically, when I redo this, I'm going to, when I get right here, I'm going to skip over to here, and that will make that lay flat. It'll eliminate all of this bulk. Okay, so the other thing I have to decide now is, do I like 2 stitches? This is a chain of 2. Or do I like the chain of 3? This is the chain of 3. Or do I like it with no white at all? I kind of like it with the chain of 3, actually. It kind of looks nice and ruffly. The chain of 2 is nice too. It's not as bulky. It's kind of a little more subtle. Um, Let me try this chain of 2. Instead of doing a single crochet, let me try something here. I want to improvise this. We were doing a single crochet here. What happens if I do a slip stitch instead of a single crochet? Let's see how that looks. That might be a little less bulky and might look a little more ruffly on the edge. Let's see how this is looking. So again, as I was saying, we're going to skip all of this, and then we would come over here to this side and start. I might have to do some stitches in there. I'm going to have to figure that out. So this is what it looks like with the slip stitch. This is a slip stitch. This is the single crochet. I don't know if I like that either, to be honest with you. I think it looks kind of messy. I don't know. I want to try one more thing here though. Let me just work my way over here. I want to try one more thing before I give up. One of the things I like to do is a slip stitch, chain 1, and then a slip stitch. I use this on my dishcloths or my face scrubbies. You guys have seen me do this. Let's just see how this looks, if it adds a little something or if it's just too much. I don't know if I have enough yellow is the problem, if I want to do another row on this, but I might just leave it with the crisscrosses. I think it looks kind of cool. But let's just experiment here. It just takes a second and see how it looks with this. Oh, I kind of like that. Let's see. I kind of like this a lot. 50% said ruffles with 3 chains. This is the 3 chains. 37% said 2 chains. That's this right here. And 12% said no ruffle at all. But we didn't vote on this one because we didn't have it in the poll. Uh, I really like this one the best. Do you guys like this one the best that I just did? I really like this. I think it looks awesome. Okay, I think everybody likes this. So that's what we're going to do, okay? So everybody remember what I did cuz I'm going to rip this out now, okay? We're going to come back to this eventually, but I'm not going to be doing this today cuz I need my white yarn back, okay? So I'm going to continue on with my ruffle now. I'm working with the 2 different yarns. If I had a third skein of this, I could do that added little ruffle on it, but I don't have another skein to do that, and I don't want to snip off, okay? So here we are back. I need to do more of the shells, okay? So the way that I'm doing this, I finished this section here, okay? Then I did a back post half double crochet here. Now what I'm doing is I'm adding these white part of these shells right here, okay? So the way that I do that is I skip 2 stitches. Into the third, I place a double crochet, and into that same stitch, I place 6 more double crochets. So I do a total of 7 double crochets into this space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. After I have 7 double crochets, what I do is I skip 2, and into the third stitch here, I do a slip stitch. So I put my hook under the bars, grab a loop, and then I just pull it directly through the other one. Then I do 3 more slip stitches. Okay. So here's 3 and 4. So what I'm trying to do is keep this really nice and flat, and then I'll be ready to do another one of these shells, okay? But in doing that, what we're accomplishing is we're keeping this flat so we can come back and add this fancy yellow to it and keep moving because we're going to stack these up. If you don't have this space, you're not going to have any room for this yellow. It'll run into each other. Okay. So that's the thing to remember. If you're going to do some of these fancier type shells, you have to allow for a little more room. Okay. So now again, I'm going to skip 2 and into the third here. I need a total of 7 double crochets. When you do these slip stitches in between, you'll notice it naturally pulls down the edges of your shells. And so you don't really have to do anything to form these shell shapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So see how it's tall here, but we're going to pull it down. Okay, so by skipping the 2, these 2 stitches are the same width as your actual double crochet. So 1 and 2 into this third stitch here. See how it forced it to lean over? We just do a slip stitch. And now I need 3 more slip stitches. You could try a single crochet here if you wanted. I prefer the slip stitch, but you could try a single crochet. I have done it that way before. It's just not my favorite. So again, you can see we skipped those two, tacked it down here. That pulls the edge of your scallop down, okay? Shell, whatever you want to call this. I call it shell and scallop all the time. I get them all mixed up. So anyhow, uh, welcome, everybody. If you are a new follower, my name is April, and I come on live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday mornings at 7 a.m. And I am a hobby crocheter. I crochet until 8:30, and then I get ready for work. So I hop off, and then I go to work. I work remote in Arizona. I live in Northeast Alabama. Macy said, "Is this your creation or is there a written pattern?" One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So the sunshine blanket we worked on the live a couple weeks ago, and the center of this blanket, I did a crisscross double crochet. Then I did a half double slip stitch. Then I did a single crochet, and then I did a half double slip stitch. So there is no uh, pattern for this, Macy. I just stacked up these stitches, and it goes back and forth, right? It's kind of a big blanket. It's not super big, but it's so basically I started way down here at the bottom. You can see I did a starting chain, okay, and then I think I did just a single crochet here. I don't remember. It's been too long since I did this. But basically, I just stack these up and I go back and forth and turn. Now, if you want to see how I did these stitches, if you go to my YouTube, again, my handle is Wheeler 8 Acres, just like my TikTok. There is a live replay of when we worked on the center of this blanket. Now today I'm working on these shells, okay? So and these this here, I need to do a tutorial of this at some point. I learned how to do this from Craft and Crochet on YouTube. This is their pattern 2208, this alternating front and back post. You guys have seen me do this a lot. So I kind of have just put a lot of different stitches together and created this blanket. That's my favorite way to work, is I just kind of randomly do stuff, you know? And so, anyhow, this is a front post half double. This one here is a back post half double. And the thing that's nice is this back post, it gives texture on the back. Okay, so it's like makes it double sided. And that's the part that I really like about this particular edging. I just think it's really kind of cool looking. So now what we're doing is I this morning I finished. I did a row of back post half doubles the whole way down, and that is what's causing this line of texture to form. Okay, this yellow line. When I used my Lion Brand yarn, this is the colorway lemon meringue, I believe is what it's called. Um, I didn't control any of the color. I just let it flow. Okay. And so again, on this edging, you can see it's all different. Over here, it's kind of got some darker colors. I just went around and around and around. However it turned out is how it turned out. Now, as I was getting ready to do these shells, I don't think I have enough of the yellow to finish, and I don't want to buy another whole skein. So there's where I pulled in my white. This is Bernat Baby Sport. Macy, I know you have some of that. But this is a 3 weight. It's the same 100% acrylic, and it works nice together with this Lion Brand. Very economical yarn. So now I'm making these shells. Then I'm going to come back and we're going to do these yellows. And I'm kind of doing these in short little sections so you guys can see both. But then I need to come back and do another edging on this, which I'm not going to do today, but we did figure all that out. And I can show you that later. I just have to pull it out because I don't have a second skein of white. So that kind of is the rundown of what I've got going. Of the yellow, which is the Lion Brand ice cream, I'm going to end up using 4 skeins. The Bernat baby, I don't know how much I'm going to use of that. It's a big old skein. It's you guys have seen this before. The Bernat baby sport. It's just a 100% acrylic 3-weight that I kind of always have in my stash in various colors. But for the size, it ended up being 4 skeins. Also, while I'm pausing here real quick, guys, we've had a lot of new people come on. If you want to be entered in the 10,000 follower celebration giveaway, this is the blocking board. It's by Skillcraft. It's a nice wood board, and it has all the little holes on it. It comes with these little pins. You put the pins in, and then if you're blocking something, so here's a square, right? You put these pins in the board, and I don't have all the pins, but specifically for granny squares, right? You then spread these out. This is what a blocking board does, and it helps to make this nice and uniform. You spray this with water, and it dries. And then it keeps the shape. So this is called a blocking board. This particular board that I'm giving away is $50 on Amazon. It is free to one winner. So the way to enter for the blocking board giveaway is you go to my TikTok. This is a TikTok only giveaway. Find the video that says 10,000 followers. Thank you so much. You'll see it. I just posted it. I think Tuesday we hit 10,000. Like the video. Make a comment on the video, and then make sure you're following me on TikTok. On TikTok. And then next week, we're going to give away one of these blocking boards. We're going to use the comment picker. And I probably will not do it on the live. I have not done the comment picker before, and I don't know how complicated it is. I might do it offline because there are a lot of comments. The other guys, I know a lot of you guys are commenting really nice compliments of me. And just, I really appreciate all of those comments. I am putting a little heart on those comments, but I'm not replying because I don't want all of my comments to then go into the comment picker and mess up all of the data. So I do see each and every one of your guys' comments that you're putting. It's really uh, very, very cool that you all are commenting, and really nice compliments. So thank you all so much for the support. This is just my little way to say thank you and kind of give something back to, one lucky winner for all of the support that you guys have um, been giving. Yes, you do need to live in the USA, please. It's going to come from Amazon and it will ship direct. So whoever is the winner, I will DM you and you just let me know your address, and I will send it to you from Amazon. I found that's the easiest way for me to ship stuff out. Okay, so we do have that follower 10,000 celebration giveaway that's happening, and that will be next week. Now, if you are a subscriber to my channel, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if you're a subscriber to TikTok, the January subscriber giveaway, which we will do at the end of January, is the Scarfy yarn by Lion Brand. It is a 3-pack of yarn, and you'll be able to pick the color if you don't like this one. This skein has gotten a little bit messed up. This is called Scarfy Light, again by Lion Brand. The 30-pack retails for $30. But you can see it's really pretty. It's a nice fluffy yarn. And this is the colorway Sea Glass. It is 43% acrylic, 41% polyester, 9% nylon, and 7% wool. So if you are a subscriber on TikTok, those are different. Those are paid monthly subscriptions to my channel. You guys support me. I got some of this for myself as a splurge. I'm going to try to make a scarf and maybe a beanie to go with it. And I thought, wouldn't that be a fun giveaway for the subscribers? Because it's probably yarn that you would not necessarily treat yourself to. So anyhow, I think it's a pretty yarn, and it's really nice and soft. It's super cozy. And with all of the snow and winter weather we're having, I thought, well, that would be good for January. And it would be a nice little giveaway. So anyhow, that's for all my subscribers, and all my subscribers too. I updated all of the little stickers. So I updated those yesterday. If you didn't get a chance to look at them yet today, lots of fun stickers for you all. Meme says, we should be doing a giveaway for you. You teach us so much. I know, and I know I appreciate it. Oh, thank you so much, Meme. You know, I like to give back. You guys, you send little gifts to me on the lives during the week, and I just think it's a nice way for me to say thank you back. Uh, I Anvil said, a subscription is $2.99. I mean, I don't bat an eye about spending stuff like that, and so, I know $50. It's not a, it's it is a lot, but it's just a little way for me to give back, and I wouldn't do it if I didn't want to. I want to say thank you. I like doing those things. It gives me joy, not just you guys, in sharing and in saying thank you. That's the way Mama Wheeler raised me up. Sometimes there's more joy in giving than receiving, and I like to do that. You guys see me give away my baby blankets and all of these things. That brings me joy, just the same as having all of you guys in my life. It brings me a lot of joy, and so it's my way of saying thank you. Two, three, four, five, six, seven. Also, I was going to mention, you all haven't seen Mama Wheeler on the live the last couple days. She messaged me yesterday. She said to tell everybody hello. Is taking a glass, like a stained glass class right now, and it's in the mornings, so she doesn't get to be on the live. I don't know how many days a week it is. I know she had it yesterday and she had it again today. I don't know if it's every week for a while or what it is, but anyhow, that's what Mama Wheeler is up to. She's working on her stained glass. I don't know if she's doing stained glass or sump glass. I'm not really sure what she's doing, but anyhow, she said to tell everybody hello. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Okay, again, skip two into the next space, the third space, we're going to do a slip stitch. And then I'm going to do 3 more slip stitches for a total of 4. Now I'm coming up on the edge of the blanket here, so I want to be mindful as I'm doing these shells how this is going to kind of fit in this space. I do think it's going to work perfectly though. So into this space here, I'm going to do 7 double crochets, and that is our little shell, scallop, whatever you want to call it. I like to call it a ruffle. I call it all sorts of different things. But 7 double crochets. One, two, three, four, five, six, one more, 7. Then I'm going to skip 2 into this space here. I'm going to do a slip stitch. And then I need 3 more slip stitches as we work our way into the corner. So I'm just trying to create a flat space for when we come back and do this yellow, which I'm going to fire up the yellow next. We'll have room to work this yellow. So that's why we're kind of creating this blank white space. Okay, so now into the corner, these shells I did 7, okay, double crochets. In your corner, I do 9 double crochets. I found that if you add a couple extra, what it does is it helps to move the shell around the corner a little better. So it's a little bit bigger, but I do think it's a nice size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more, which is good. My white yarn is knotted up. Now again, skip 2 and then into the third here, we're going to do a slip stitch. And I kind of assess this and kind of see how it's looking. Okay, so I just make sure that it kind of is lining up in my corner how I want it. Sometimes if it feels a little too stretched out here, I will pull it back 1, and then kind of work the shell that way. And I kind of not liking how that's pulling. So let's pull it back 1 and then do our slip stitch. And again, we need a total of 4 slip stitches. And now I'm going to just put a little stitch marker in here and hold this space, okay? And I'm just going to pause this, but there is what our corner looks like. So there's round 1 of the white ruffle. It does look a little wonky, but like I said, when we get done adding the yellow here, it's going to come in and it's going to fill in that space, and look how beautiful that looks. So really, really pretty. Let's see. What a gorgeous colorway. Thank you so much, Waffles. This yellow is, I call it the sunshine blanket, but it's actually lemon meringue is the colorway. And this is Lion Brand ice cream yarn in the colorway lemon meringue. Let's see. It's the regular ice cream, Macy, not the big scoop. Wagon wheels. Yeah, it looks like wagon wheels. Uh, it's called lemon. This yarn is called lemon meringue, and it is the ice cream yarn. Okay, not the big scoop. I don't know. It might have. They might have it in the big scoop, but I don't think it is. Uh, yeah. So, Selena, I'm kind of developing this pattern kind of as we go this morning. So we all came up with the little shell here. This was a recommendation by Gen X girl who was on the live this morning, and we all voted and chose that. And so now we're adding this yellow. The center part of this blanket, if you want to watch how I did this, there is a YouTube live recap. We did this a couple weeks ago with you guys all on the live. This border is Craft and Crochet pattern 2208. A lot of you guys have seen me do this. It's one of my go-to edgings. I really like it, but you can find this on YouTube. The channel is Craft and Crochet, and this is pattern 2208. And like I said, I use this a lot, but it looks very complicated. It is not. The way that we do this is we alternate front and back post. I did a half double. This is the pattern when Craft and Crochet does it is a double crochet, but this is a front post half double. This is a back post, and you just alternate these. This is used a lot if you're doing like the cuffs of a sweater. It's a very common stitch. The thing that's nice is it puts this fabulous texture on the back too, if you can see those ridges. So this is the back post, and the front has the front post. And so that's what gives it this awesome texture. We'll be doing this again at some point because I do it a lot. I only use this white in the border. And Jody, the reason why I use the white is because I don't think I had enough of the yellow to finish everything. And so I added in this white. This color that you see here is kind of a lighter yellow. That is part of the Lion Brand yarn. This is what it looks like. So the shade of the white is a little different, but I think it's fine. I'm totally good with it. It's close enough. And so that's why I decided to use the white, because I don't think I have enough of this. It would be kind of close. I didn't want to buy another skein. I have used, this will be the 4th skein of yellow that we're using. So we're going to resume with this yellow now. And the way that we do this is, let me get this. Everything's all tangled up here. By the end of my lives, everything is kind of a mess here. So in the middle here, I'm doing 2 slip stitches. Okay. So we finish these shells and then I do 2 slip stitches. Now what I do is into this shell here, I skip all of this and I work in between these first 2 double crochets. So not here at the edging, but up here in the middle, and I am doing a double crochet. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to crisscross these. We used a lot of crisscrosses here in the middle of the pattern, and that's why this looks so nice. But I'm going to come here into this space, and I'm going to crisscross these, again with a double crochet. So you yarn over, go into that space all the way through, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So there is our first crisscross. Now I'm going to skip this one into this next one here. Again, double crochet. Now I'm going to crisscross this back into this space here. So yarn over, go into that space all the way through, grab up your loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So there's our second crisscross. Again, skip this one into the next, double crochet. Now we're going to come back here and do our crisscross. So into this space, put your hook through, grab up that loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. Again, skip this one into this space here, double crochet. And now we're going to come back here and do our crisscross double crochet. So again, all the way through, grab that loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So you can see we're just working our way around this shell, adding these crisscrosses. So again, back here, do your crisscross all the way through with your hook, grab that loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. Skip this one into the next, double crochet, and now come back here and do your crisscross. And we have one more here, so I'm going to go right into this space, double crochet, and then I'm going to come back and pick up this space that we missed. So when we do our crisscrosses on the shells, we end up with a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 crisscrosses. Okay. Now, this is kind of floating up here in the air. You can see that. What we have to do now is we're going to tack this down, and we're going to go into these slip stitches that we made on the row below. So into this slip stitch here, I'm going to do another slip stitch. So I pull my yarn through and pull it directly through and do a slip stitch. And then I move to the next one here. And again, I do another slip stitch. So when you do these slip stitches at the bottom, you can see it forces it to, it pulls this shell down and creates this shape here. Frostbit said your chickens are giving the squirrels a run for their money on the camera. Yeah, so for those that don't know, over on my YT, my handle is Wheeler 8 Acres. I live stream my bird feeders, and also I have a deer camera up, and those go 24/7. So what Frostbit is saying is that my chickens, we have a small flock of laying hens, and we have one rooster. Our rooster's name is Stud Muffin, and they get up in the feeders and they get the little there's black oil sunflower seeds, but what they really like are the mealworms that I put out there. I put the mealworms out for all of my bug eaters, the bluebirds. I have some woodpeckers that come in. So lots of birds come into my feeders all day, and it can be like a 3-ring circus out there between all the squirrels. Yesterday, there was like 7 squirrels out there. The camera only captures a small part of the bird feeder. I have a lot of other feeders, and so it's really chaotic out there. So anyhow, it's really fun. I love my birds, and Mrs. Jarvis says my husband is wanting deer so bad. So yeah, I put out corn for the deer corn. We get it down at Tractor Supply, and Tractor Supply is out of deer corn. I've never even heard of such a thing. That's like McDonald's running out of hamburgers, you know? Like you can't go and get a burger, they've run out. That's how I feel about deer corn. Tractor Supply should never run out of deer corn or chicken feed. Like, come on. So anyhow, we got some oats. I put out a bag of oats, which, you know, I watch Brownsville Deer camera. They put out native oats for their deer, and they love them. And our deer, we put out the oats, and they're kind of turning up their nose at the oats. They don't really like them. I don't know. Up there in Maine, that camera that I watch, Brownsville deer, they have like thousands of deer that come in there, and they at any time have like 300 deer, and they feed them oats, which is exactly what I put out. But our deer, they looked at it and they're like, I don't know what this is, but I'm not eating it, you crazy lady. They ate a little bit of it. So hopefully, Tractor Supply was supposed to get in a shipment yesterday, and I told my husband, I'm like, we need deer corn. I got to take care of my little critters, you know. And we have lots of bunny rabbits. We have possums that come in at night. We have some raccoons. Lots of critters here in Alabama. Yes, Ness, this will be on YouTube. Now, YouTube, uh it takes 24 hours for these to process because I'm on for an hour and a half. And I will have this posted in the next couple days. It takes some time. Uh so anyhow, yes, I get the mealworms from Amazon. I use the dried mealworms, although I know y'all will think this is crazy. I have a live mealworm farm in my living room, so I do grow live mealworms. Some of y'all that have lizards and snakes and whatnot, mostly lizards, amphibians, they really love mealworms, and so y'all might not think I'm that crazy, but I do grow mealworms. I have a feeder. Uh, Try putting out sweet feed oats. Dear love that stuff. So I got sweet feed, and it was like pellets, and they didn't like that either. I don't know what's wrong with our deer. I don't know. Maybe I got the wrong stuff. Yeah, they are. I got it. Maybe sweet feed oats is different. Sorry guys, I'm catching up with all the comments. My husband would not allow the bunny. I see. Yeah, I like the bunnies. I think they're really cute. Susan said, yes, I had them with my bearded dragon. So there you go. Mealworms, they're little tiny like gold worms, and they go through a whole life cycle from the worms are what is like the larva cycle, and then they become beetles, and you can grow them out yourself. When you buy live mealworms, a lot of times they use them for fishing. If you're going to go crappie fishing or bluegill fishing, sunfish, they really love them. So they're very popular with fishing, but if you have bearded dragons, types of reptiles, amphibians really like them. They're incredibly expensive to buy. And so you just those of us that are kind of diehards, I don't have reptiles. I feed them to my wild birds. So I have, for those that don't know, I have eastern bluebirds. They're absolutely beautiful. Bluebirds are bug eaters. So if you ever see bluebirds in the wild and you wonder, well, why don't the bluebirds come into my feeders? Why don't the woodpeckers come into my feeders? Those critters all eat bugs. And so you have to offer them a bug buffet if you want them to come in. But the other thing is, I have bluebird houses installed around our property here. My handle is Wheeler 8 Acres. We have 8 acres here in Northeast Alabama, and I have bird houses for all of our nesting birds that go in those boxes, and then they raise their little baby bluebirds. And I have cameras in those boxes. I use Blink Outdoors, and then I publish those videos, and I haven't for a while. But if you guys ever are on my page and you're like, what is this weird bird video popping up? That's probably my birds. Because as deforestation has happened, we don't have any cavities for our birds, our native bird species to nest. So, bluebirds, woodpeckers, tufted titmouse, Carolina chickadees, these are all cavity nesters. And what that means is they're like squirrels. They go into a trunk of a tree, a hole, right? And they have their nest where they lay their eggs, and that's how they raise their broods of birds. And so, as humans have come along and mowed down all of the trees to make beautiful golf courses and pastures for growing hay, there aren't a lot of cavities left for these native birds. And so, it is my pet passion that I have. I have all these bluebird houses out everywhere. I also have tree swallows that come in every year, and I'm desperately trying to get purple martins. So I also have the gourds that the purple martins live in. But I am that crazy bird lady that you all know and are like, what is wrong with this woman? That's also me. The crazy crochet lady is also the crazy bird lady, which also has the deer and all these other critters coming in. So when you hear me ramble on my live, a lot of times I'm talking about these other things, and that is just kind of what you get when you get to know me. So if you want bluebirds, it is a whole thing of how you can get them to come to your property. And most of the bluebirds do not have anywhere to nest. Every year I fledge about, I think last year I fledged 5 or 6 bluebird nest, and every year it grows more and more. Each time they have babies, they have anywhere from 3 to 5 eggs, and then they hatch out. But you got to keep them safe from predators. It's a whole thing. So anyhow, uh time check 8:30. Sorry guys. I'm trying to pay attention. I'm rambling here. I do have to get off and go to work. But Laura love, I do have bluebirds and blue jays that come in. They are 2 different birds. I also have indigo buntings. Those are different. And I also have blue grosbeaks that come in. A lot of those birds are summer visitors. Bluebirds we have here all year round. And as the bugs with cold disappear, I put out live mealworms for my bluebirds. And like I said, there's a whole thing. There's groups on Book of Faces about bluebirds and how you can help them. But it is just, I love it. And I do love my blue jays too. We have lots of blue jays that come in. Everybody talks about blue jays being mean. We have nice blue jays. I don't know what it is. I think maybe because I put out a lot of seed, they don't feel like they have to fight for food. I really believe that is what helps add peace and harmony to your feeder. But, we go through 40 pounds of black oil sunflower seed a week. So it's not a cheap hobby by any means. But, I can spend $40 by going out to dinner. I mean, you could go to fast food nowadays, and if you get a meal for two, crap, it's practically $25 if you get a burger and fries and a drink. It's expensive. And I tell my husband, I'm not going to eat out. I'm going to, put out corn for the deer. I'm going to put out black oil sunflower seeds. It's about choices. So, anyhow, guys, thank you all for the fabulous week this week. I will maybe come back next week and we'll do the white edging on this blanket if you all would like that. Maybe we'll do that on Wednesday. I'll work some more on these shells and get them kind of further along. Tuesday, don't forget, you don't want to miss my Tuesday live because you get to see Mr. and Wheeler and I's new addition to our family. So, Tuesday's going to be a fun day. It might be a little. Unorthodox, if you will, as we're trying to do it, just because I might have my hands full, if you know what I mean. But guys, I hope you all have a fabulous weekend. If you're slated to have snow, if you've got winter storm, please be safe. I hope you don't lose power. I hope they keep all the roads clear, and just be safe as you're out and about traveling and whatnot. But thank you again for all the support. 10,000 followers this week. What a huge week this was for us. Thank you. Thank you. I can't say enough for all the support. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks for supporting each other and sharing the love. Bye for now.